and welcome back to my channel. So I'm back with a new video today. I know I uploaded a quick little short video Sunday, just like on a rant about some things I've been thinking about, but like I told you guys, I hadn't really been consistent within like the last week and a half because of school and just other like stressors. I mean, that's life, right? But I'm back today with a new video. So this new video is about things that I wish people had told me before I went to college, to undergrad. Now, I know some of my viewers, some of you may be like on your way to college, to undergrad, and maybe perhaps some of you are already in like undergrad. So this is still relevant information to you too. So this is information that I wish people shared with me, and I'm like, you know what? Why not share this with the world? Okay? So number one, choose your major for yourself and don't allow anyone else to like choose your major for you. Before I went to college, I was like undeclared. I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I really can't even tell you why I decided to go to college. I just felt like that was like the appropriate thing to do at the time because like everyone in high school in 12th grade was talking about going to college, which I don't regret going. But it is I had who like really encouraged me, like go for journalism. You want to be a news anchor, which a part of me did, but really did I really want to be a news anchor, or was I doing it for, you know, relatives or for people that I thought they would be proud of me? So I would say choose your major for you. I think ultimately if you go to college and choose a major because you want to please your parents or your family, you ultimately, unless it's something you really want to do, but if it's something you really don't want to do and you're doing it just to please them and you don't want to disappoint them, you would really be wasting your money and the 4 years, however long it takes you to get through school, that you can't get back. So that's what I would say. Choose your major for you and don't allow someone to do it for you. The next thing I would say, bring shower shoes. I know that's like, wait, what? Perhaps someone told me to bring shower shoes. I can't remember, but like in the beginning, I went to college and I had like snacks, I had like sheets, I had a lot of things, but the one thing that I forgot was shower shoes. Let me tell you, for those of you who may be staying in a dorm, or this is your first time experiencing staying in a dorm, showers could be pretty nasty. And you would think like, you know, especially for me, I would think like girls are just like cleanly, but everyone lives differently. Not everyone like was raised like, I guess, or taught proper hygiene and things like that. But I remember like one time, or like every week or every other day, going into the shower and there was like hair stuck in the shower or it was clogged. It was like gross. Like that was like the worst thing ever. So I would say bring shower shoes. I mean, bring lots of shower shoes. You can go to Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, Walmart, Target, and get you a 99-cent pair of flip-flops. Get you about 5 of them because I'm sure they have pop or something like that. So yeah, don't forget your shower shoes. Something else, this is a huge one. Do not, I repeat, do not max out your credit cards in college. Right when I graduated, I remember like I was 17 going into college, but for some reason, some way, somehow, I was like being approved for like Victoria's Secrets and Walmart and like all these credit cards and Macy's and stuff like that. That was like one of the biggest mistakes ever. Okay, no one really taught me about financial literacy and like how the good and the bad with credit cards. But I remember my grandmother, she giving me like a Citibank credit card. I think it had $1,000 on it. Before the first semester was over, I think before the first 2 or 3 months was over, I maxed it out. The purpose of the credit card, which it had a good purpose, was for emergencies only. But I didn't use it for like books. I didn't use it for like things that I really need. I like literally maxed it out. That ultimately, you know, did more damage to me, and not only because my grandma, because it was like in her name, but she got it from me, but it did more damage to me than her, you know, helped me. I would say before getting a credit card, make sure you like are educated on financial literacy, like you really know what you're doing before you like put yourself out there. See you at snacks. Don't blow your refund check. Refund check is basically after your loans went through or your tuition was paid, you may have some money left over. Some people will get maybe like a couple $100. Some people will get thousands of dollars. You know, I remember I didn't get like my first refund check until like my either junior or senior year of college, and it was like about $1,000. And for me, that was like the biggest thing in the world. Okay, initially when I got it, I was like, okay, cool, because I had moved off campus and I was going to pay my rent, but I did not pay my rent. You know, then you think like $1,000 is a lot of money, but like by the end of the week, I turned around, I had like no money because I spent it on frivolous things like clothes, shoes, and things like that. I would say either if you get a refund check, and this, I mean, you guys don't jump down my throat, but I would say give the money back because you have to pay that money back, or immediately pay it on your loans or save it for like when you graduate, because you're gonna have to pay those loans back, or really, if you really just need it, use it for something you really need, like rent or books and things like that. Don't just blow it within a week. I mean, it's not a lot of money. I'm not talking like you're not, and even if you got thousands of dollars back, really be disciplined not to like blow it on anything. Because again, if you have student loans like I do, you eventually have to pay that mess back. And so really it's not free money. Another thing I would say, don't skip classes. I would say like, in college, especially like freshman year, like you're partying, especially like I remember like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you know, they were just like, or every day it seemed like it was a club night. And it was easy to just like 10, 11 o'clock, you're, you know, heading out for the club and like coming back at 2 in the morning, and you're thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna skip class. Don't skip class. You know, first of all, you're paying for your tuition for a reason. Unless you're just like deadly sick and you have a doctor's note, I would say don't skip class. You're missing information. It just reflects bad on you, and also you're paying money, you're wasting money. So one class missed, that's information that you did not get. Like I said, I mean, I know life happens, but don't skip class just because you wake up and feel like, oh, I don't want to go to class today. Something else, I would say go to the counseling center. Listen, you are paying for school, so utilize all the resources on campus. The counseling center is for you. Listen, I'm not just saying that because I'm a therapist, but this is so rare. I really wish, well, no, I'm not going to say wish, because I took advantage of the counseling. It's counseling, it was called like the psychological center, testing center on campus. And so I know for some people, if you see psychological, that kind of can like you know, scare you off and not want to go. But you're not crazy if you go to the counseling center. Believe it or not, so many students take advantage of that, but there are still so many students who don't. You know, if you're going like through a hard time at school, or you feel alone, or you just, you know, maybe you're struggling with depression or something like that, utilize the counseling center. You have a therapist. That's your therapist. You were paying for that. Remember that. You know, take advantage of that. Take advantage of the career services center, you know, on campus. A lot of times we're sitting in our room and trying to figure out, oh, like, how do I apply for this job, you know, and have a horrible resume, when all you have to do is utilize the services that you're already paying for. The career center will set you up with resumes, or, you know, heck, they probably even create the resume for you. They would give you tips on how to interview, you know, just kind of get you along ahead. I would say don't let those type of resources kind of slip under your finger, because in the real world, you don't just have a counseling center or career center you can just walk into without, for free. I mean, and this is not free, and you're paying for it. So take advantage of that. Something else I would say, join organizations. I was a cheerleader in college for a short, brief time, and then I was kicked off the team, but that's still like another video, right? But I was a cheerleader at some point. I don't really, you know, I didn't join a sorority, and I joined little clubs here and there, but I really wish I would have joined like honor societies, and like, heck, it could be, I don't know. There's so many clubs and, you know, organizations on campus that I wish I would have utilized, or I wish someone would have like encouraged me to do before college. It's good to have support. It's good to like, and they're good resume builders. When you're joining organizations or clubs on campus, it's good to network, and it's good to have on your resume. So don't let that go past you either. What's like some last 2 things I want to leave you with? Something else I would want to leave you with, apply for scholarships. My senior year of high school, like before going into college, I think like some people, I really didn't know about scholarships. I mean, I've heard of scholarships, but I didn't know like if I qualified for scholarships, how I went about to apply for scholarships. I mean, I didn't really have the best of the best grades like to get all these like for like free tuition, but I would say even if you don't have the grades, apply anyway. I mean, what the heck can happen besides a no or try again? Or you may you get lucky and get the scholarship. I would say, if you could avoid taking loans out and, apply for scholarships. Yeah, scholarships sometimes takes a lot of time. You might have to write an essay. You might have to write an essay and show your work, academic work, or, something creative. But I think it's worth it. I think just saying, oh, I'm not, just being lazy and saying I'm not going to apply for a scholarship, or I'll just take these loans out, that's doing yourself a disservice. And ultimately, again, who wants to end up paying loans back versus getting free money. I mean, some scholarships may say you have to maintain a certain GPA, but I think that's a good thing, because that can motivate you. Like, okay, when I get out of college, I want to be debt free. So let me continue to, make sure I'm on top of my grades and things like that. So apply for scholarships. Like I said, if you don't have the grades, I would still say apply and work towards getting the grades that you need. There's so much free money out there for free tuition for everybody. And my last thing I would just leave you with, that no one left me with, but you would think I would know because I've been to school all my life: do not procrastinate. That is a huge one. I cannot say that any different. Like, before you know it, the 4 years will be up. Even in grad school, the 2 or 3 years will be up. Like, do not procrastinate in school. If you wait to the last minute to declare your major, if you wait to the last minute to boost your GPA, if you wait to the last minute to start networking and, and again, like utilizing your resources, I can't really stress that enough. There were times like I would say my first 2 years of college, like I procrastinated a lot. I went through the motions. Like I said, I was a cheerleader, so I was kind of like smelling myself, but I overlooked other opportunities that I had, and to join other organizations, or to meet other people, or to hang out with other people, or to get to know my professors well. Don't procrastinate and wait till the last minute, to your last year or the last 2 years or the last semester, because ultimately that becomes stressful, and you may have like a mental breakdown when you're like, oh shit, like this is about to come to an end. I think waiting to the last minute to do a paper or homework assignments or a project is like, again, you're putting more stress on yourself. If you need help or need tutoring and things like that, don't procrastinate and wait till the last minute. Do what you need to do to get out, but make sure you're enjoying your journey while you're there, because you only get this one time, like literally one time. But this is just suggestions that I wish people would have told me before going to college, that I thought I would share with you all. If you guys have any more to add, let me know. If you guys want me to continue, because I can go on for days and days about college, like I really can, or about grad school, and now like getting my PhD. If you guys have any more tips that you wish someone have shared, comment below. Other than that, that's all I have for today. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys next time.